Hello and welcome to our new training video. In this video I want to show you how to visualize the pump control with the LASAL VISUDesigner. Visualize a simple pump control with the LASAL VISUDesigner. We would appreciate it if you subscribe to our channel and please give the video a thumbs up if you like it. The first visualization element that we do is the tank and the bar. The next one will be the scale. After the scale, we will place the pump image. Next to the pump image, we will do the maximum and minimum border. And if we have placed maximum and minimum border, then we can do the actual fill level. Before we start the visualization for the PumpControl project, I just wanted to show you the machine control project. So in there, we just created the PumpControl class and I already downloaded this one to my station. Next step is to open the LASAL VISUDesigner. In there, I already created this global dashboard. And to create the PumpControl project, we just need 3 images. So at first, we go here into the Project Explorer to Media. Then we go to Images, you double click on this one, and then we will import with the Add New Media File button a new image. So you just switch over to your folder and then you can choose all 3 images, the pump active, pump inactive, and we also need the tank. And then you can open this one. So these are the first 3 images that we need. And then we go back to the home dashboard. And the first thing that I want to do is that I just want to place the tank as an SVG image. So I just open in the library toolbox the Sigmatek folder, then I go to the SVG container and I place one SVG container on the dashboard. For the properties, always make sure that you have all properties activated, and then we can set the name at first for the SVG container. So the name for this one will be tank. So I just put tank as a name, and as SVG source, you just do arrow to the right, and I will choose the tank.svg, and then you can press OK. Next step is that we have to go down to our dimensions. For top, we will put 180. For left, I will take 480. For width, I take 435. And for height, I go with 600. Next step is that I just want to place the bar with my actual fill level. So therefore, I have to update the station. So you go to the Project Explorer, you go here to Data, and then you do Stations. And now we just want to update station number 10. So I go for station number 10 and click Update Selected Stations. And then you can do an unselect all, and you will just scroll down and choose the PumpControl 1 object. And then you can click on OK, so all the data servers will be loaded into your LASAL VISUDesigner project. Next step is that we go back to the home dashboard. Then you will just go to bar, and then we will place the bar straight on our dashboard. For this import controls window, you can click OK. And then next step is that you just click on the bar and we will rename it in the properties to Act Fill Level. If you have renamed it, you can go down here to Data Value, arrow to the right, and now we just choose the PumpControl 1, and from PumpControl 1 I go with Act Fill Level Visu. So you choose this one. Next one that we have to do is that we have to set the maximum value. So this one will be 5,000. Next step that we have to do is that we scroll a little bit down and we go to General Styling, and the first thing that I do is that I set the bar color. So I just do for bar color, arrow to the right, and there we have our training colors, and for training colors you can just open up the color picker, and I will name this one Fill Level Bar. And I will set for R 109. G, I go with 179, and for B, we will have 238. And then you click on New, and then you click on OK. Next thing that we have to do is that we have to set a background color. So you again go to the properties, go to background color, and now we just choose from the training colors our transparent, and then you can click on OK. After this, you scroll in the properties down to dimensions. For top, we're gonna set 190, left will be 490, width will be 580, and height I go with 415. And I will also rotate it by minus 90 degrees. Next thing that I want to place is the scale straight. So you just go to the left hand side to the library toolbox, you go here for indicator, and then you just place the scale straight to the dashboard. This import controls window can be confirmed with OK. And then you just click on the scale straight. I will rename this one to bar scale. For data, for maximum value, we set 5,000. Then we scroll a little bit down. For unit, we use hide unit, so I'm gonna tick this one. Then I go a little bit down to general styling to text color, I put arrow to the right. And then I go to my training colors and I will open up the color picker. I will call this color scale text with an RGB code of 99, 99, and 99. And then you can do new and OK. Again, a little bit down, you will have alignment, and you will put alignment to left. Then you scroll a little bit down to major ticks. Major ticks will be 6 as number. And for color, I just do arrow to the right. I will go here to training colors. I will just choose the color picker. Then I will choose scale text because we just need the same color, and I will just rename this one to scale ticks. And then I just do new, so I just have same color, and then I do OK. And then I just scroll down to my minor ticks, and therefore I choose the same color. So again, arrow to the right, go to training colors and choose scale ticks. After this, you scroll a little bit down to your dimensions. For top, I'm gonna take 190, left will be 930, width 80, and for height, I just go with 580. So this will be our scale. Next thing that we have to do is that we put the image scheme to our dashboard for the pump. So therefore we go to the Project Explorer, you scroll down to Schemes, and then you will open the folder Media Schemes. In Media Schemes, you can create a new media scheme with Insert New Item. I will call this one Pump Scheme. And for input value, you just take arrow to the right, and then we choose Pump Visu. For comparison value, we take equal, and if it's equal 1, then you just go here for media, arrow to the right again, and then we will choose Pump Active, and then you can press OK. Then you just switch back to your home dashboard. You can place one SVG container. And for the SVG container, I just put the name pump to it. And if you have set the name, you have to set the SVG default source, and this will be our pump inactive. Because the pump active now will be done with the SVG source scheme. So therefore, again, arrow to the right, and you choose the pump scheme for it. If you have set the SVG source scheme, you just go down in the properties to dimensions. And for top, I'm gonna set 777. For left, I go with 568. Width will be 785. And for height, I just go with 290. So this is now our pump image. Next part would be that we have to set the minimum border, maximum border, and the actual fill level. So therefore, I just switch over to the Project Explorer and I will go to Data, Data Points. And the first thing that I do, I just set up my maximum border. So I just click on maximum border. So for maximum border, you just go to the properties, go to limits, and as lower limit, we just take the minimum border. And as upper limit, I go with 5,000. And then I also want to add a text 1 for displaying, so I just put text 1, arrow to the right, and I will add the text to the variable text. So I just edit, name will be max border. For English I also go with max border, and for German I go with Obergrenze. And then I will just click OK. And then we also have to set the unit, so you just go down here to unit, arrow to the right again, and then you can choose the volume unit CCM, and then you just press OK. And now we do the exact same stuff for the minimum border, so you just click on minimum border, we put lower limit to 0, upper limit will be the maximum border. For text 1, again arrow to the right, and now we will create one new item, and I will call this one min border. In English I also take min border, and for German I will set Untergrenze, and then I can go with OK. Next step is that we also have to set the unit for the minimum border, so you also go to unit here, arrow to the right, and then we also choose the volume CCM to it. And then we have to do the same for the actual fill level, so you just click on the actual fill level, and then here we just put the text 1, so you just do arrow to the right, create a new one. I will call this one act fill level. English I also go with act fill level, and German will be act Füllstand. And then I go with OK. I also need a unit for the actual fill level, so I just go here for unit, arrow to the right, and then you can choose CCM volume as a unit. Next step would be that we set up a default styling for our inputs. So I just go to the Project Explorer, and then I will go for default styling, and I go here for the input control. I will create a new one, and I will call this one input borders. And then you can just click on this item in the default styling. And then we just go for the font style. So I just put arrow to the right. I will create a new font style, which I will call input borders. And I will take the font size to 20. Then I go with OK. Then we scroll a little bit down to unit. For unit, we tick show, and for font style, I will just create a new font style, which I call input border unit, which I also go with font size 20, and I will put this one to italic, and then I just put OK to it. And if you go a little bit down, margin left and right, this one will be 0 pixel. And then you go back to the home dashboard. You can place one input control. So you'll just go to the library toolbox to input and place just one normal input control. Then you click on this input control. Name will be max border. For value, arrow to the right, and we will set the max border to it. Then you scroll a little bit down, you go here to style settings, to style class, arrow to the right, and we choose this input borders as style class. And then you can go down to dimensions, so you just scroll down till you hit dimensions. And for the dimension, I set 260 for top. Left, I will go with 1060. Width will be 150. And for height, I go with 50. And then we need the text container for it. This one will be an output control. So you just go to your input control, do a right click on it, and then we do place data point text, text 1. And this will be our text field that we have set. Then you click on this one, and we will call this one max border text. Then we go down to style settings, to style class, arrow to the right. And now we just create a new item in here, and I will call this one border text. And then you can mark this item and press OK. And now we also have to set this style class. So therefore I just go here for default styling, go to my output, select my border text, click on it, go to the properties, then you scroll a little bit down to font style. For font style you do arrow to the right, and I will just create a new font style which I call input borders text. This one will also have a font size of 20, and then I go with OK. Then you go a little bit down, you go for text align vertical, and there you put top. And for the text margin top and bottom, I just put 20 pixel to it. Then you can scroll down to dimensions. For width, I take 190. And for height, I just go with 130. And then you can go back to your home dashboard. Then you click on your output text control. Then you can go down to dimensions. And we will set 200 as top, 1040 as left. We will go with 190 for width, and we will do 130 for height. And then we also have to put this one to the background, so I just do a right click on it, order, and then I do bring to back. Next step is that I will copy this one for the minimum border, so I will just select it, do a right click, copy, and then I just do a right click again and I will put paste to it. And I just drag it a little bit down. And I will also set this one here to the background, so I just do a right click on it, order, bring to back. And then at first I will just configure the text container, so I just click on the text, go to the properties, to value, arrow to the right, and then I will choose min border. And I will just do the same for the input control. There I will also do value min border. And now we can also rename this stuff. So for the name here, I just put min border. And for the text one, I will just do min border text. Then we just click on the input field and you just scroll down to your dimensions. For top, we go with 690, left will be 1060, width just 150, and height also stays at 150. And then you click on the text field, on the text output container, and therefore we also scroll down to the dimensions and we will set 630 for top, left will be 1040, width and height can stay the same with 190 and 130. Last step that we have to do is that we have to take an output control for our actual fill level. So I just go to the output list in the library toolbox. I just place one output in between max and min border. Then I will just click on it and I will call this one act fill level. Next step that I do is that I set the data value to it, so arrow to the right, and then you just go with act fill level visu. And then you scroll a little bit down to the general styling. For background color, I just do arrow to the right, go to the training colors, go to the color picker, and I will name this one output background. And as RGB, I will set 110, 110, and 110. And I just do new and OK. And I also want to set a border color to it. So you just go a little bit down to border color, arrow to the right. Go to training colors, open up the color picker. And I will call this one output border. And I will just set RG and B to 0. And then I go with new and OK. Then you can scroll a little bit down to unit. I will just go with show. Font style, arrow to the right. This one will be our input borders unit. There you can click on OK. So we just have the same setting as for the input controls. And we also want to set the normal font. So you just go up here to the font style and you also set the input border font to the output control. To show the border that we have set, we also have to take a border width. So I just take this one to 1 pixel, and for border style, I just go with solid. And then I just scroll down to dimensions, and for dimension top, I just take 470. For left, I just go with 1060. Width is 150, and height will be 50. And after this, we have to place the text to it. So I just do a right click on it, place data point text, text 1. Then I just place it up here, put order again. So with right click, order, bring to back. Then you go to the properties, and I will just go for the font style. Font style, arrow to the right. This one will be input borders text. Then you go a little bit up to the style class. For the style class, you just set this border text to OK. And the last step is that you just have to scroll down to our dimensions. And the dimensions are 410. For left, I'm going to take 1040. Width is 190. And height will be 130. And now this is the finished PumpControl visualization. So now you can publish the project, go online, download it, and also download the runtime to it. Thank you for watching our training videos. If you want to see more about the training videos, you can just click on the link in the outro.